capitalism in America is very much part of the mainstream way the government and the whole economy focuses. It's a priority. Capitalism in China is seen in a very different way. It's a tool, and it has to be integrated into politics, economics, social, and now climate. And it's just one aspect of all those other factors. So you've got the two largest economies in the world looking at capitalism, capital markets, capital investment, two very different ways. And that is going to continue. If anything, it's going to become much more an issue because the Chinese are going to be very rigorous about how they regard capitalism. And this whole common prosperity and the need to redistribute wealth, it's going to continue to be attractive to foreign investors, but at the same time, it's going to become, one's going to have to be much more careful about making investment decisions. PIMCO remains very positive about China, but we remain positive with someone who has to do a lot of homework and make sure we know how we're placing our bets.
All right, well, talk to us about how you place some of those bets when it comes to formulating an investment strategy in this current environment, which is fairly uncertain. The recovery globally is patchy when you look at parts of the Asia Pacific doing well. We've seen the United States growth slowing there. We've, of course, been talking at length about China. So how does one formulate an investment strategy in this environment? It would appear as though stocks are the favored asset class right now, given the fact that we are seeing a number of markets, particularly in the United States, sitting at record highs.
Well, all of us at PIMCO are very constructive about equities, but let's remember we coined the phrase in 2009, the new normal. We've now put that phrase to bed as of the last sort of month or two, and we're now in the age of transformation, which is an age of a lot more volatility, a lot higher amplitudes, higher inflation in the short term, lower focus on monetary policy. Central bankers have had a big role in the world in the last 12 years. That role is obviously going to be in a much more sort of checked framework. And most of investments are going to have to deal with investing through volatility, which means a greater focus on TIPS, inflation-protected securities, a greater focus on real assets, a greater focus on commodities, for example, and a greater focus on the whole green revolution, where there's going to be a lot of opportunities there, which we're very positive about, which is going to have a quasi-inflationary impact, which is one of the things we're seeing early on. So a lot more volatility, and it's probably going to lead to a larger allocation in portfolios to alternatives and less liquid strategies.